Hi guys, it's me, Rusty 78609 in Central Texas, USA. It is Friday morning. Good Friday morning to you guys. It's 7:34 a.m. Central Standard Time. I don't give a damn about Central Daylight Time. What the hell does that mean to me? We live in the Central Standard Time Zone. But anyway, enough said about that. It is Friday. It is April the 14th. I think this is Good Friday. And temperature outside is about 66 degrees. I got the window open right here, and it's comfortable in here. It's about 66, 68 inside the house, which is nice for me. And I've been reading my comments, and I noticed there are several people that are concerned about the space I will have in this new 13-foot scamp that I have ordered and will pick up in November this year. A long time. Seems like a long time to me. And but anyway, I have full-time RV'd for. I've lived in an RV of different sizes for over 20 years, almost 25 actually. And I've gone camping in a Toyota Prius, a car, for weeks at a time. So, I know what living in a small space is already. And for those of you that are interested in RVing or going camping in a car, I have playlists on my homepage for both of those. Check them out, and probably some tips in there that might save you some problems, okay? Because I had to learn some of that the hard way. But anyway, back to living in the 13-foot scamp, which is the topic of this conversation for me today. You know, it is 13 feet long total. Interior space is 10 feet. It's about 6 foot, 6 inches wide, plus or minus an inch or two. The interior height is 6 foot 3 inches, which is good. And, of course, for me, it's a little bit of a unique situation in that, number one, I've had a lot of experience living in RVs. And the RV that I live in currently has a roof AC and a furnace that I never use, okay? Never. It's also got an awning that I never use. So, and those three items combined are probably a couple of $1,000. I don't know. Doesn't matter. And then I've also got a lot of space in this RV that is just really unused. I do have bunk beds in the back. I do have a dining area there. But that's virtually area that is just unused. But that's okay. I also have the uniqueness of having a home base. I'm not going to be living in an RV park or having to stay on the road full time. I'll go camping whenever I choose to, and at my home base I have a full hookup. I've got electric, water, and septic. So, it's fairly unique. I also have a cover that is 18 by 26 feet, and I also have a deck that's 15 by 18, and half of that is under the cover. So it's, it's a place where you can sit out even when it's raining. And so, as far as storing stuff, I'll put it in waterproof, bug-proof containers and set it either behind my RV or on the deck. And I've got a washing machine. And so I've got plenty of places to store stuff, my winter clothes and shoes and stuff that I don't wear very often. I'll just either throw those away or I'll put them in a box and put them outside. And as I need them, I'll get to them. And as far as I plan to get a small refrigerator that has a little freezer compartment on it and put it on the patio. It'll cost me about $150. And I may get a used refrigerator. Sometimes you can find a used refrigerator full size for, $100. So, and I've done that before. And I've actually had a refrigerator on the patio for a long time, for years. And wished I'd have kept it, but I didn't. Hindsight's always 20/20. But as far as me, Rusty 78609, living in a small unit like the Scamp, I don't see it as a problem. Actually, I see it as not two things. One, an adventure. Two, a challenge. In other words, it'll give me something to do. I mean, I'll have to, I'll have to learn how to live in a smaller space. And as far as going camping, like right now with just the truck, it's kind of limited. I've got some ideas, and I'm going to follow through on a few of them. I've tried different things. There's truck campers, that'll fit in the bed of the truck, or tent campers, and there's one for like $80, and it's fairly unique. and would work. However, in reading the reviews, some of the people said it's pretty damn difficult to set it up, getting all the straps, But anyway, enough said about that. Back to the SCAMP. The SCAMP that I've ordered is a basic unit, of course. It doesn't have a roof AC. It doesn't have a furnace. It doesn't have an awning. Okay, why should I have those? Because I'm not going to use them anyway. And it has a 1.9 cubic foot refrigerator and a 2-burner stove. The 2-burner a stirve is it's a small unit that has not quite become a stove. God damn, a stirve. Anyway, it has a 2-burner stove, and where does that shit come from? Anyway, a two-burner stove, and I only use one burner at a time anyway. I'm not a chef, okay, and I don't aspire to be. I'm me, and so I use one burner at a time now, and I'm sure I'll use one burner there, the same thing. Now, as far as an oven, I'd like to have an oven, but it doesn't have one, so that's that. Okay, I'll just have to learn to live without an oven. Is that going to be difficult? No. The only thing I do is heat stuff in the oven anyway. I'll just heat it on the stove. I mean, on the burner. Is that a problem? No. What else? As far as you know, putting stuff, I'll just have to figure it out. And the whole thing for me, a lot of people, for me, life is an adventure to be used and enjoyed like an item. You know what I mean? It's something to be played with. Life is what it is. It's not a stagnant pool of water that just sits there in one spot and never does anything. Life is movement. Life is like a river flowing. We are continually growing and dying and all that stuff every day. And you can make life an adventure. And these are my choices. I'm not recommending any of this for anybody else. This is just me. This is my life. This is the way I want to live my life. And I want it to be an adventure. I want to do things like the 13-foot SCAMP. And, and I looked at a lot of different ways of doing this. I did, and for the same money. But for me, I'm not increasing my budget at all. The budget's going to stay pretty much the same. I might go up about $60 because of the extra gasoline used in the pickup. But as far as my monthly budget, it'll stay basically the same, and that's great. And then when I go camping, it won't be a problem at all because I'm hoping to get around 18 miles a gallon when I'm towing the SCAMP. However, if it's less than that, I'm not going to break out in a rash. It's the way it is. I'll deal with it. But I also plan to make reservations. I used to not do that. That's going to be another change for me. I plan to reserve sites in advance and go and stay a week at a time in different places during the summer, particularly during the summer, because I want to get out of the heat in Texas, and to go stay in Taos in a rental unit, so over $1,000 a month. Well, for $1,000, I can stay on the road for 4 months, easy, and that includes camping and gas. So that's the direction. And again, the small space doesn't concern me at all. And actually, I want it. Okay, I want less. That's crazy, and that goes against everything we've been told in our country. Is you're not supposed to want less. You're supposed to want more. If you want to see an interesting story of our country and what's happening, and this is happening now, read about the housing situation or watch YouTube videos about the housing situation in San Diego, San Francisco, and some of the techie cities out there on the West Coast. You're not going to believe these dumpy little homes that are selling for $1, $2, $3 million, and rents that are $5, $6, $7, $8,000 a month for a 1-bedroom place. But anyway, enough said about that. But we're supposed to want more, 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 more. You can just see the hamster on the treadmill. I am acquiring stuff, but it's just little bitty stuff. A 13-foot SCAMP is $13,000. All right. That's less than I paid for this thing I've got now. Less. Okay, less. And it weighs about, well, fully loaded for me, it's probably going to be around 1,600 pounds. That's nothing. Nothing. And that's what I want. That's what I want. And, and I've looked at it, again, I've looked at a lot of different ways to do this. And this is the best option for me because I've got a truck that gets about 24, 25 miles a gallon. Now, actually, the first tank was 26, but I think that was a little bit of a bubble. And we'll just assume around 24, 25. make it 24 on the low side, and if it's better than that, that's good. But no, and that's good, and that's a nice car for me, because when I'm home, I only drive about 800 miles a month, or when I'm not traveling or RVing, 800 miles a month. You know, that's not much gas. So anyway, guys, what else is happening in Central Texas, USA? Now that I've told you how I'm going to shoehorn myself into a 13-foot Scamp. And actually, I'm kind of looking forward to the adventure of going to get the Scamp in Bacchus, Minnesota. Uh, you know, that's what life is. You know, let's just make life an adventure. You know, change, do things. You know, and after a couple of years in the Scamp, I may say I want to do something else, and I will. You know, and that, you know, people criticize. Or I guess they do criticize me for changing my mind. Well, you know, my life is calculatus eliminatus. You know, if you don't know where something is, you got to find out where it isn't. Okay, find out where it ain't. Pretty simple lifestyle, isn't it? You know, if I'm sitting here one day and I'm not contented, or I feel like there's something I want to do, I start thinking about, you know, well, let's do it, or let's take a look at it, and then I start eliminating the ways not to do it, and next thing you know, I find a way to do it. And you know, but that's what life for me is, and I know that is possibly different from a lot of people, but you know, hey, it's your life, it's yours. You know, enjoy it. You know, and so for me, viva la adventure. You know, let's go for the adventure. You know, and that's what it is. So having said all that, the Scamp is coming. We're 1 month closer. Almost 1 full month has gone by since I ordered the Scamp, and it was 8. Now it's 7, I think. Is that right? Yeah, 7. So we're getting there. So anyway, if you guys want to contact me, you can through the mail at that address up here. It's P.O. Box 1446, Kingsland, Texas 78639, or PayPal to Rusty78609 at yahoo.com. And anyway, I do appreciate, I get a lot of mail, man. I mean, I get some interesting mail, you know. And I get some like gifts, you know what I mean, useful stuff. So for those of you that sent stuff, you know, for particularly like that and cheer pop-up thing, the privacy thing, I don't know who sent it, but thumbs up to you, and also whoever sent that 5-gallon jug of for water. That will be very handy, and I'll use that camping in the truck and camping in the Scamp. So, Scamp camper. I'm a Scamp camper. Give me an S, give me a C, give me an AMP. Scamp, Scamp, Scamp. Anyway, thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye, 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 USA. Made when you can. And, oh, that's this right here. Somebody sent me that. And yesterday, actually. Buy USA, made when you can. Drink plenty of water. 3 quarts a day won't hurt you. You will pee like a racehorse or a 2 or 3 peckered possum, but you will feel better. There was somebody that criticized me for saying that, believe it or not. Got some weird dudes out there. But anyway, what else? Drink, oh, I said that. Take deep breaths, breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Stretch, walk, keep your health, because the adventure continues here at Rusty 78609. So adventure should continue where you are too. Get up and walk around. You know, think of something you can do today that'd be different. Okay. Anyway, enjoy, guys. Adios. Bye bye.